Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. True. Hmm. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, man. Perfect, perfect. See, it's pretty straightforward. I said this yesterday as well. Simple intent. Right now, COVID is like messing up with everyone. We need a getaway thing where we can start making money on the internet. WordPress is that thing which you can actually start making money with. My job over here is to make sure that anyone who doesn't even know how to spell WordPress, for that matter, he can come here, learn with me, understand what WordPress is, and by the end of this session, by the end of this entire 4, 5, 6, 7 days of this course, I want to make sure that that person should be in a position that he can pitch to a client and start making money out of this. Also, as just an additional benefit from my side, since I have been running an agency for such a long time, I have one of those premium, super premium hosting packages for which I've already shared a link on the group. All you can do is like fill the form and I'll be giving out free hostings for everyone. Not just that, अभी वो लोग इंटरैक्ट करने के बाद पता चलेगा दे हैव टू कन्विंस मी दे हैव टू ओके या कूल परफेक्ट परफेक्ट चैतन्य Yeah. So what's going to happen over here, Chaitanya, is Elliot Alderson will also share a YouTube link to you because right now there are restrictions on streaming. So he'll be having a conversation over here. But beyond this, there's a live YouTube link which will also be shared. So like, we'll try to keep the lag as minimal as possible. Interact over here and watch over there. That's how we plan to do this. That's how we actually did it yesterday. Hmm. See, I did actually consider that, but I don't really want to go beyond Avalon. Don't really wish to go beyond Avalon. That's why. Perfect. Thank you, Chaitanya. Thanks a lot. Perfect. Thanks, Chaitanya. Thanks a lot. Okay. Great. Elliot, have we shared the YouTube link with everyone? Perfect, man. Great. Thank you so much. Elliot is the guy, man. He's been handling everything since yesterday. Uh, first things first, yeah. Where is my Discord? I really haven't shared anything to Elliot, but not really home. Let's come over here. Money. What's the command for sending money? Okay, give at the rate Elliot Alderson and yeah, 1,000. You don't have? How is that even possible? Okay, yeah, I first need to convert it into cash, right? Why won't withdraw all work? Oh yeah, it's basically what's this mode called? Slow mode or something? I don't exactly know, but this is this countdown timer that goes in the background. Yeah, perfect. Withdraw all. Let's see if it works or not. Perfect. Great. Guys, Elliot Alderson. He is the one who has been doing all of this entire logistical part of the session. So please give him money. Give him money. Okay, wait for 13 seconds. How obnoxious this is. Okay, guys, any questions? Any updates on yesterday's session? कल किसी ने कुछ किया? कुछ से ट्राई करा? कुछ देखा? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. That's definitely something I'm going to cover. Yeah. That's the agenda. So I think I just gave the agenda like 2 or 3 minutes before. Why? This is really important. Just not more than 10 seconds. But yeah, Avalon picture, like go on the WordPress channel, Avalon Army, Discord. Bye. Okay, back. Audible, right? Yeah, so just gave away the a tentative idea of what the entire today's plan is going to be all about. So today we for the first thing that we're going to do is try and understand what all falls under DNS. Then we'll try and understand how the entire WordPress hierarchy is. We'll try to build like a very simple basic setup of WordPress. We'll first try it with local wheel, flywheel, and then I'll go through all the particulars of WordPress. The bare minimum setup is what I'm talking about. Sounds good for today. 1 घंटा चलेगा उसके ऊपर नहीं जाएगा, but this is more than enough for us. Okay, so as I said yesterday, there are 2 or 3 things that happen when you deal with WordPress or any other website. The best part is DNS. DNS is the one that enables you to connect your hosting service with your domain. Because you're buying hosting from somewhere, you're buying the domain name from somewhere, they both are not even related. How are you going to pair those? Well, this is where the entire DNS records come into picture. DNS is just a fancier and a very technical, not really fancier, a technically fancier term that is being used. So all the domain names that you buy, they are linked to a particular IP address. Now that IP address is the one that you manipulate, you play around with, because of which the entire address mapping or the domain mapping can be done. Now let me show you what all are the records that you would find within a DNS. Let's open for some random client. Let's go with botpan. Anyone over here has any clue what DNS is, by the way, just before I start? Just want to give like a quick definition of DNS. Sorry? फुल फॉर्म तो ठीक है यार, मतलब हम्म परफेक्ट हम्म ओके गिव इट अ ट्राई गो अहेड प्लीज हम्म 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 ओके Hmm. Hmm. नहीं यार, एग्जाम्पल तो बहुत सही दिया तूने. सी, एग्जाम्पल्स दे मेक अ लॉट ऑफ सेंस एंड आई थिंक योर एग्जाम्पल वाज वेरी रेलिवेंट. ऑफ कोर्स हर डीएनएस रिकॉर्ड के पीछे बहुत सारी चीज़ें जाती है एंड देयर इज़ अ ह्यूज अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ हाउ दिस एंटायर डीएनएस वर्क्स ऑन अ वेरी लाइक हायर लेवल बोल सकते हो. क्योंकि व्हेन यू आर डूइंग इट फॉर वर्डप्रेस आपको ज़्यादा मेहनत नहीं लेनी पड़ती. इट्स जस्ट 2 or 3 clicks here and there and it auto fetches everything. But for DevOps over here, people who have heard of this term called DevOps or developer operations, it's an entire job role in itself. It's one of the most lucrative and high paying jobs in the IT industry. What a typical DevOps guy does is he is responsible for handling servers on the extreme core level. So in this situation, people who have AWS certifications or who have learned GCP or who have learned Azure, like these are the biggest companies in the world right now. Like majority of the people might not know this, but अच्छा ठीक है यार, मतलब anyone over here can tell me how Amazon makes their most money? True. Amazon, yes, Amazon has AWS. True, absolutely. Hmm. Hmm. ट्रू, मतलब यही अगर बात तो एकदम सही कही आपने. सो AWS, Amazon Web Services, is one of the most high, like most profit making company for Amazon. They provide server spaces. They have pricing for every individual requirement that you have. I think AWS is the majority stakeholder in the market. After AWS comes a race between GCP, that's Google Cloud Platform, and Azure. उनके बीच में काफ़ी टकराव चलती है. There's DigitalOcean that has come up really well, but try and understand the difference दोनों में. So these are services. Now what kind of services? AWS, GCP, Azure, you can call it a platform as a service, whereas DigitalOcean is an infrastructure as a service. अभी अगर दोनों में फ़र्क बताना रहा तो इतना सिंपल फ़र्क है कि प्लेटफॉर्म एज ए सर्विस में आपको सारी चीज़ें पैकेज करके मिल जाती है, वेर एज एन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर एज अ सर्विस यू हैव एवरीथिंग अवेलेबल. यू हैव टू बेसिकली कन्फिगर ईच एंड एवरीथिंग. गिविंग यू द बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल, अगर आप AWS पे सर्वर खोलते हो, एक EC2 का इंस्टेंस लेते हो, जस्ट रैंडम नेम्स दैट आई एम थ्रोइंग अराउंड, इनके बहुत डीपर मीनिंग्स है, हर इंस्टेंस के अलग अलग मतलब है, बहुत डिटेल में. And that topic should be for some other day. But when I say platform as a service, अगर आपकी वेबसाइट हैक होती है, अगर चीज़ कोई साइडवेज जाती है, AWS takes care of it. So if there is a DDoS attack that happens on an AWS server, AWS को पता होता है कि सर्वर्स के मिरर्स कैसे बनाने हैं और अटैक को किस तरीके से आसानी से डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना है. सो एक ही लोकेशन पे सारा लोड ना आए. बट अगर आप यही चीज़ डिजिटल ओशन पे करते हो और अगर आपने क्लाउडफ्लेयर या फिर डीडॉस प्रोटेक्शन नहीं लगवाया है, तो एक रात में आपका बिल दूसरे दिन आपको $500 $600 आराम से मिल जाएगा. So this is the difference between infrastructure and platform as a service. Yeah, someone has a question over here. Hmm. Yeah, so this is what we've done yesterday as well. For people who are on their mobile devices, it's going to be a bit difficult. What they can do is for people strictly on mode, yeah, media mic from the phone. Like we had this issue yesterday. अगर आप डेस्कटॉप पे हो तो see, the lag is very minimal and the reason we are doing this on Discord because interactivity, like people who are asking questions, उनके लिए ये. Perfect. So coming back to the AWS वाला example, big company, great company, but यहाँ पे as I said, there are very few ways in which like दो तीन steps में click करके you can reach to this entire DNS records. This is not the case you would find with AWS. AWS में तो एक एक चीज़ single चीज़ configure करनी पड़ती है. A records, triple A, double A records, CNAME records, MX records, ये सारे आपको individually AWS में configure करने पड़ते हैं. I'll just try to give you a brief of what these records are. Hmm. Yeah, go ahead. Uh, Scalability के लिए see AWS is an instance-based service. All the features that you require for the instance, AWS provides those. Basically, everything is available. You just enable those. So if you need push notifications, that's something possible. SMS, that's possible. Yeah, even load balancing, that's possible. You just have to enable those. Now these are the services that you use. But scalability के लिए, what happens is the more the traffic, the better AWS or other the more AWS would charge you for that. So उनका ऐसा है कि अगर ट्रैफिक बढ़ रहा है तो वो चार्ज करना स्टार्ट करेगी. This happens for Azure as well. This happens for GCP as well. So you don't pay a strict pricing as such. आज अगर आपकी वेबसाइट को सिर्फ 10,000 व्यूज़ आ रहे हैं या फिर those are the only number of visitors that your website is getting, फिर 10,000 के हिसाब से ही आपको प्राइसिंग लगेगी. बट कल अचानक एक दिन में अगर आपका 10,000 से 10 लाख पे चला गया, what would happen in a typical hosting or a Linux or a shared hosting is you'll have to either upgrade or your website will start facing issues. आप अपग्रेड करोगे फिर किधर जाके आपको वो सर्विसेज मिलेगी. AWS पे या फिर डिजिटल ओशन पे या फिर अश्योर या इवन अदर वल्चर एंड अदर प्लेटफॉर्म्स, इनका ऐसा है कि आप जितना चाहते हो उतना स्केल कर सकते हो. दे विल जस्ट चार्ज यू द वे योर ट्रैफिक इंक्रीजेस. बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत अच्छा है, लाइक बहुत तगड़ा है. सी बट कैसा है कि आप और एक चीज़ समझ लो, someone who is building a WordPress website, I would never recommend AWS because it's expensive. Let's not deny that. It is expensive for the like एकदम minimal वाला tier भी. Plus AWS क्यों ही चाहिए यार, आपको बहुत सस्ते में बाकी के shared hosting Linux hostings मिल जाएंगे. Of course, don't go super cheap. That is what I would recommend. But I think it's pretty easy. Like it's just your choice and preference. If you know that even you've got a WordPress client who is going to scale like crazy, it's okay to go on AWS. कोई issue नहीं है. So now let me directly get to the records wala part. Records are really important. The most important record is name server. Yesterday only we learned whenever you make a website. So let me see. Let's go to Discord. Not money. Let's see WordPress over here. Yeah, bolo. Someone's asking a question over here. Scalable, mirroring. Then third thing is it's convenient. It's cheap and convenient for, I think they have their own contracts यार. उनके लिए शायद वो इकोसिस्टम काफ़ी तगड़ी होगी इसलिए वो यूज़ कर रहे हैं. So someone shared, so when I shared the hosting service yesterday with you guys, someone over here shared a photo, an actual photo of the hosting package, the one that I shared with that person. WordPress में डाला था, काफ़ी ऊपर चला गया क्या? Can you just add it again so that I can show these to people? अरे पिन तो नहीं करना है, आप बता दो, या फिर से डाल सकता है तो डाल दे. दैट वुड बी मच बेटर. ओके. Yeah, true. Absolutely, yes. You'll have to purchase a domain. Guys, we are going very off topic. Let's not go in that direction. Pointless है. Stop. Yeah, so you need a domain. Yes. Off topic. Yes. Event के बाद बात करेंगे. I just wanted to. This link is exactly for what? अच्छा, okay. Yeah, perfect. मेल का स्क्रीनशॉट, अभी ये जूम भी नहीं होगा यार, ओपन ओरिजिनल, लेट्स सी इफ यू कैन। हाँ यार, होगा 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 होगा, हो गया हो गया हो गया हो गया हो गया हो गया। हम्म हम्म हम्म। ओके, ठीक है, मैं क्वेश्चन रिपीट कर दूंगा यार, मतलब ठीक है, मतलब कैसा है, थोड़ा दिक्कत तो होने वाली है, आई अंडरस्टैंड, बट आई ट्राई टू गिव अ better context of what we are talking about. Also, I am receiving multiple messages from people that they don't have the link to the YouTube live stream. So maybe we can just add it again and let these people know what exactly that link is. बस WordPress चैनल पे डाल दो। Perfect, amazing. Okay, so yesterday the first thing that we saw was these name servers. Whenever I create a hosting package for people, or this is for everyone, anyone who wants to create a hosting package with any hosting provider, you get these two typical things called name server and A records. A records and name servers is what you can use to link your domain name to your hosting. अभी A records थोड़ा पुराना टेक्नोलॉजी हो गया है, works on the TCP IP protocol as well at times, not at times actually, it works on TCP IP protocol. Not really recommended because उसमें बहुत level के configurations करने पड़ते हैं. So whenever you want to link a WordPress website or any website to your domain, the most preferable way to do that is using name servers. फर्स्ट एंड द फॉरमोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट, आप जब कभी पैकेज बनाते हो आपको नेम सर्वर्स मिलेंगे, नेम सर्वर्स उठाने हैं, आपके डोमेन नेम सर्विस प्रोवाइडर गोडैडी रहने दो, नेमशीप रहने दो, यू हैव टू गो इन द पर्टिकुलर डीएनएस सेक्शन, डीएनएस मैनेजर सेक्शन, दोनों नेम सर्वर्स पेस्ट करने हैं। वंस यू पेस्ट दोस्त, ऑल यू नीड टू डू इज गो ऑन dnschecker.org। आपको बेसिकली आपके एक्स वाई जी वेबसाइट का नाम यहाँ पे डालना है, एंड देन यू जस्ट नीड टू गो टू एनएस, let's see for example botpal only, we're using botpal.me। जहाँ कहीं पे भी दुनिया में जितने भी सर्वर्स है जहाँ से मिरर हो रहा है, कहाँ पे डीएनएस प्रोपोगेट हो चुका है या नहीं, ये आपको यहाँ पे देखने को मिल जाएगा। pretty straightforward. Once you see your same name servers, understand that your name servers are configured, your DNS is configured. Because बहुत सारे hostings के भी issues होते हैं, कभी कभी domain providers के भी issue होते हैं, there is a lag. Sometimes it takes like 15-20 minutes, sometimes half an hour, sometimes even 24 to 48 hours. GoDaddy throws that message to you कि it's going to take 24 to 48 hours to reflect. Just take that with a pinch of salt. This is basically the name server wala part, something that's very important. Once you are done configuring name servers, these are all the typical records that you get. Now I'll try and explain what exactly these records are. The domain name that you actually see over here, botpal.me, now that is associated with a record. A record basically literally stands for your website's name. A record stands for your website name and anything that falls before your website name. It's linked to an IP address, can be static and dynamic in nature, depends on the domain that you have, like depends on the place that you have purchased your domain from. बहुत straightforward, a record is equal to domain name. AA also, yes, related to your domain name, but you get an IP version 6. This is an IP version 4 of your domain name, this is an IP version 6 extended. This is what a AA record stands for. बहुत irrelevant है ये दोनों चीज़ें, इनको हाथ लगाने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती है until unless you want to configure your name servers with the help of a record, which I won't ever recommend. So pretty pointless. A record and AA record, you just can keep them aside. Another important record I would come to is CNAME. CNAME is a very important record. How do I explain CNAME? अगर आपकी वेबसाइट का नाम botpal.me है, the entire www that goes in front of this botpal.me, now that is completely configurable with CNAME. आपके डोमेन के पहले जो भी नाम आते हैं उनके अगर कन्फिगरेशंस आपको करने हैं, अगर आपको नए बनाने हैं, those records can be made with the help of CNAME. Now let's come to our direct example over here. Let's skip auto discover, something that I cannot really explain. This is a hosting specific thing. But FTP. Anyone wants to give a try and tell me what an FTP is? Anyone over here? Perfect, great, amazing. Clients. Yes, FileZilla is one of the most useful clients, very famous client. On MacBooks, you will find that by default FTP is available. So FTP प्रोटोकॉल भी अगर बनाना है तो डोमेन के साथ कहीं पे तो मैच करना होगा. Stackcp.com is the name provided by my hosting. FTP is the subdomain that I add in front of stackcp.com. I create a CNAME record because of which FTP जो मुझे इस नाम के आगे डालना है, that is what the CNAME record over here would enable me to. नहीं समझ में आएगा, थोड़ा difficult है. Let me try and give you another example. CNAME with mail.botpal.me. So now if I go on mail.botpal.me, of course this is not going to work because I haven't routed this right now. But what's going to happen over here is whenever I have my domain name configured with CNAME for the name mail, if I go on mail.botpal.com, it will basically take me to the web mail service. जैसे कि आप Gmail पे जाते हो, if I would have configured G Suite over here, and instead of stackmail.com, if I would have added mail.gmail.com over here, mail.google.com over here, if this would have been the record, ये डेटा होगा क्या कि जब कोई भी बंदा mail.botpal.me पे जाएगा, वो बंदा सीधा रिडायरेक्ट हो जाएगा mail.google.com पे. वहाँ पे वो अपना यूज़र नेम पासवर्ड डालेगा एंड दैट वे ही कैन लॉग इन टू हिज ओन प्रोफेशनल बिजनेस ईमेल आईडीज. स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड, सॉर्टेड. सी नेम में कोई कंफ्यूजन? If you guys are super silent or cat got your tongue, I think you have understood it, or you haven't understood it at all. अच्छा चलो. अच्छा, tell me something. So the person who haven't understood it, give me your domain name. Tell me your hypothetical domain name. अरे कोई सिंपल नाम बता दे यार. अच्छा, zstrip. zstrip.com. Perfect. When I go to this particular website, what's going to happen is, अच्छा डॉट इन, ठीक है, कोई इशू नहीं है. Let's see if it would open up something. I think it won't because you were the, I think I've seen your name somewhere. Okay, हाँ तूने होस्ट कर दिया है कहीं पे. Perfect. zstrip.in है बराबर. Now tell me something. Where is that www? Any idea where it's gone? Okay, I'll tell you where it's gone. You have written a 4-liner code, or if not written, by default your domain has provided that 4-line code in one of your internal file goes by the name robot.txt, which is telling the internet or the users on the internet that whenever the domain or the website has to be shown, www को हटा दो. But if that www exists, that www exists because of CNAME record. Now, if there at any given point in time you want mail.zstrip.com, जब कोई बंदा ये टाइप करेगा, you want this to redirect to. So tomorrow you plan to purchase business email IDs, like maybe your name, sarthak@zstrip.in. When you want to do something like this, you would purchase this from either Google G Suite or Microsoft Outlook 365 email, business email professional services. Yeah, even you might buy it from GoDaddy for that case. What you want is, you want कि जब कभी आप mail.gstrip.in पे जाओगे, the login page of G Suite should open. That's the standard practice. मतलब आप क्या आप google.com पे जाओगे, वहाँ जाके लॉगिन करोगे just to maintain that level of professionalism, because if you end up having multiple employees in this company of yours called Zstrips, people should be able to log into their individual mail IDs from mail.gstrips.com.in. To enable this initial part, mail.gstrip, what you are going to do is You're going to create a CNAME record with mail.geostrip.in. You're going to redirect or point that name to mail.google.com. You're going to point it towards that direction. जब आप ये पॉइंट करोगे, जब कभी फिर इसके आगे कोई भी आपका एम्प्लॉय, कोई भी बंदा इस पे आएगा mail.geostrip.in पे, he'll be automatically redirected to Google's login. This is where the CNAME comes in picture. Anything that comes before your domain name, that is taken care by CNAME. Absolutely true. Mail is different. अगर आप आगे जाके सब डोमेन भी अगर इफ यू प्लान टू से कि कल आपको जाके स्कूल खोलनी है, स्कूल एज इन मे बी यू वांट टू क्रिएट योर ओन लर्निंग मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम, यू हैव द सब डोमेन दैट यू वांट टू कॉन्फ़िगर on a basic root level. If you want university.geostrip.com.in to exist, you're still going to configure it through CNAME. Of course, there are multiple ways you can do this which are more sophisticated, but the standard universal way would be CNAME से ये domain configure करो. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. See, both exist, both are same. They don't make any difference. They are not going to make any difference for your SEO. They are not going to make any difference in either case and either ways. It's just people's preference. Doesn't really matter if that exists or not. Yeah, but again, I know it's just a trivia, very off topic. Hmm. Hmm. It's going to be an absolute different, either you can have it an absolute different website, or yeah, it has to be an absolute different website. If you want to redirect it to your own page, a bit tricky setup, but हाँ वो भी possible है. See, internally क्या रहेगा वो तो आपने internal linking पे है, आप किस तरीके से आपका robot.txt लिखते हो उसके ऊपर वो depend करता है. That's not really a point that we are supposed to discuss today, because that the subdomain वाला part and the multi-site वाला part I want to carry it in a very later stage, because rarely किसी इंडियन क्लाइंट का रिक्वायरमेंट होता है कि उसे सब डोमेन चाहिए या फिर मल्टी साइट सेटअप चाहिए. मल्टी साइट सेटअप आई टेल यू किसके लिए काम करता है, पीपल हु हैव गॉट फ्रेंचाइजीज ऑफ देयर ओन. सो इफ देर इज अ ब्रांड ग्रिलिशियस, ही अज्यूम कर लो ग्रिलिशियस इज वन ऑफ माई क्लाइंट्स. They have their multiple branches, and tomorrow they plan to start a separate website or separate web page or a separate subdomain system which is called a multi-site network. So maybe kharadi.grillishes.in, or maybe kothru.grillishes.in, or maybe magarpatta.grillishes.in, something like that. There it's a multi-site network. There I would have a very specific configuration for that client, which I would want to cover in a very later stage, because ऐसे बहुत rare clients होते हैं जो multi level domains मांगते हैं या multi site setup मांगते हैं. So yeah, let's have it for some other day. Similarly, there are few records that I would want to talk about. Mail, I told you what CNAME is. Similarly, MX records. MX records basically are for your, yeah, okay, yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Uh, okay. Not really. See, you can make it possible through CNAME as well. No, not CNAME. Okay, let me tell you something. That won't happen through CNAME. That would happen through A records. I would still not recommend even using A records. Very complicated. There's this term called 302 redirect. What I would do is I would go in the robot.txt, go on 30, I create a 301 and 302 re. So what basically does is it's a HTTP response status code 302, where you can redirect, or rather temporarily start moving and then completely transition it to a permanent one. So that's what 301 and 302 redirects do. I would recommend using 301 and 302 over A records or CNAME records anytime. अगर आपको डॉट इन से डॉट कॉम पे अगर सेम नाम के अगर रीडायरेक्ट्स कराने, गो फॉर 301 and 302, दैट इज मोर प्रेफरेबल। या So I'll tell you what 301 and 302 does. Facebook.com, FB.com, FB.net, ये तीनों एक ही वेबसाइट की तरफ जाते हैं. What Facebook might have done is they might have kept Facebook.com as primary and बाकी जितने भी domains है उन सब पे एक 301 या 302 चढ़ा दिया है. So whenever someone goes to those domains, Facebook would redirect them to their main primary website. That is what 301 and 302 does. That is completely different from CNAME. Not really mail client. Mail is a very small part of it. Trust me, mail is a very small part. When you build production level websites, when you actually build, so now understand this. Now there are multiple things that you see with mails over here, right? There is an SMTP, there is a POP3, and there is an IMAP. Anyone has any idea what these four things are? Okay, with the silence, I am assuming that people don't know about it. So I'll tell you what happens. uh, Whenever you try to configure, चलो configure करके ही देखते हैं यार, what it's not at all a big deal. I'm just hoping that this won't open up any of my personal mails. uh, okay, let's check that part, वो देखते हैं थोड़ा, but I'll try and explain. When you buy a professional email service, or whenever you want to configure your professional emails, you get oh, अच्छा, okay, even forget that part. In within your Outlook app or within your Google app or even within your Android, whenever you wanted to add an email ID that's not your typical Gmail ID or your Outlook ID, you ever seen that others wala option written over there? There's always an others option that you see while adding your accounts on your phones. In that others wala account, there is an option where you can add an advanced way. There is an advanced way in which you can configure email IDs on your particular phones. Now, whenever you add a new account to your phone, there are multiple things that go in the background. चलो मैं दिखाई देता हूँ, not at all an issue. Where do I find internet accounts? Yes, here it is. Okay, you guys have seen this, something like this, right? To add an additional email account to your phone or even to your desktop or even to your laptops. ऐसा कभी देखा है? Guys, respond, or am I not audible at all? Okay. Elliot, can we do something about the delay? Because I think कल हमारा delay literally 1 second का था, not more than that. Elliot, do I need to do something on my part? Hmm. अच्छा, you guys can still see the stream, right? अगर बहुत ही ज़्यादा डील है, if it's 5+ seconds, then what, more than 30 seconds? Okay. अच्छा, Elliot करे? Elliot, should we? Okay. Like either ways, we're using the same configurations what we used yesterday. I doubt मेरे साइड से कोई दिक्कत होगी even इंटरनेट स्पीड्स की या कनेक्टिविटी की, because I know my internet is pretty strong for this. So नहीं, चलो ठीक है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. लेट्स ट्राई टू हैव अ कन्वर्सेशन दिस वे ओनली. करते हैं मैनेज. 25 people only will be able to see this. तो वैसा होता तो डिस्कॉर्ड पे ही कर लेता. ओके, डजंट मैटर. चलो लेट्स कंटिन्यू विद दिस. ठीक है, थोड़ा बहुत डिले तो होगा, बट लेट्स ट्राई एंड मैनेज दिस. आई वाज शोइंग सेटिंग्स वाला पार्ट ओवर हियर. या चलेगा चलेगा, नो प्रॉब्लम नो प्रॉब्लम. So I've opened up a mail account. Let's see how. Okay, perfect. So what I have done over here is I tried to configure one of my email accounts. Whenever I try to configure an email account, it gives me these two ways to configure it. Either it's an IMAP version or there's a POP version to it. I know screen पे आने में थोड़ा time लगेगा, but these are the only two versions that are available right now on the internet. These are your standard ways in which you can actually link your existing web email account to your devices. पॉप 3 में होता क्या है या पॉप वर्जन में होता क्या है कि आप आपका ईमेल अकाउंट जो है, whenever a mail is received to your online email account, it would delete it from the main box and it would just save that copy on your phone. A very shabby way to do or configure your email IDs, a very old way to configure your email IDs. POP 3 is redundant since 2005. तभी वो बंद हो गया था and तब से IMAP, I think sometime in that period only IMAP came into existence. So IMAP is the most recent configuration. IMAP is the most newest way in which you can configure emails. Now, what CNAME allows you to do is it also gives you, so here I can see there's imap.stackmail.com. This is the value, the data value. This is the mail server. This is the incoming mail server on which all my email IDs are redirected. So for my domain name botpal.me, what I'll basically do is I'll take imap.stackmail.com. I'll configure it or rather copy paste it in the incoming mail servers. For outgoing mail server, I'll configure smtp.stackmail.com. इससे होगा ये कि all the email IDs that I have configured on this particular domain of mine, ये मुझे मेरे phones पे, devices पे, कहीं पे भी मुझे जहाँ पे भी use करना है, I'll be able to use them seamlessly. So CNAME is not just limited and restricted to your mails or few names that go before your domain name. They're also used to configure these sort of things. So yeah, this is what more or less the logic behind CNAME configuration is. Just the way there is CNAME configuration, there are MX records. MX records are basically used to, the MX records stand for mail exchange servers. And with this you can configure your email IDs a step ahead. अगर आपको आपका थर्ड पार्टी ईमेल आईडी आपकी होस्टिंग से कनेक्ट करना है, देन यू क्रिएट एन MX record. There is a TXT record as well. You see, if you have to connect your Google Analytics or your Google Cloud or Tag Manager to your particular DNS, basically what you do is you create a TXT record over here. What this TXT record does is enables you to connect your tag manager to your particular hosting and your domain service provider. So TXT records उस तरीके से use करा जा सकता है. Multiple ways, multiple uses, Google Search Console या even Google Tag Manager, Google Analytics, all these can be configured seamlessly with the help of TXT records. So these are the only records that you're going to need. Name servers is what I've explained, A record is what I've explained, TXT is what I've explained, CNAME and MX record is what I've explained. Very simple, nothing fancy about it, and this is what you go with. Now, if anyone has any question, go ahead. Because this pretty much covers the entire DNS record management for us. We are done with the DNS record management. Hmm. Hmm. कॉम्प्लेक्स तो है, कॉम्प्लेक्स तो डेफिनेटली, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू डिनाई इट्स कॉम्प्लेक्स, बट लेट मी टेल यू समथिंग, कोई चीज़ कॉम्प्लेक्स होना और उसका इम्प्लीमेंटेशन कॉम्प्लेक्स होना, ये दो अलग चीज़ें होती है. DNS records might be complex to understand for the very first time when you listen to it, बट इन लिटरल टर्म्स लेट मी टेल यू, आपको कुछ नहीं करना पड़ता है, आपको यहाँ पे कोई चीज़ को छेड़ना ही नहीं होता है. ऑल यू हैव टू डू इज जस्ट गेट गोइंग विद इट. यू जस्ट हैव टू कन्फिगर द नेम सर्वर्स एंड बाकी सब कन्फिगर आपको ऑलरेडी करके मिल जाता है. यू डोंट हैव टू वर्क अ लॉट ऑन दिस. हम्म. 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 सी, इसका फंडा इतना सिंपल है. आई नो वेयर यू कम फ्रॉम विद दिस, बट द थिंग इज, आई एम नॉट रियली श्योर इफ दैट्स गोइंग टू हैपन टुडे, बट टुमारो व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डू इज, I have a live domain. What I've done is Intellico.training. I had an actual website, a complete website made for this. This was one of the websites I have for one of the startups that I have right in place. I'll delete this entire thing. I'll just delete this entire thing, and tomorrow during the session, we'll be doing this live in front of everyone. Like from step zero to building an entire website, I'll be building a literal website for my own, and I'll be showing and sharing this entire process with you. Of course, today there are few things I'll be describing which are more on theoretical side of it. But हाँ, ये करते हैं. Hmm, makes sense. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Yeah. Hmm, hmm, hmm. See, more than rewatching the video, what I would recommend is today I explain the theoretical part of it. Tomorrow, while we building this entire website, I'll be showing कि ये configurations होते क्या है, कहाँ से क्या करने पड़ते हैं. So right now, if you'll be using my own hosting, things are going to get difficult. But for many of you guys over here who won't end up using my email services, you can use Zoho Mail, mail.zoho.com actually. Zoho Mail is an actual available service. They provide 5 business email IDs for free. And if you're using Zoho Mail, you have to configure, you have to basically connect Zoho Mail with the server. If you are going to connect Zoho Mail with the server, we will be going through the entire process of connecting Zoho Mail with the actual servers that we have. So आप प्रोसेस ही देख लो, प्रोसेस देख के आपको शायद और आसानी से समझ में आ जाएगा. Yeah. They give you business mails, provide you 5 business mails. The reason why I'd be replicating Zoho Mail tomorrow is because for now the hosting that I'm providing, that gives you free email IDs. So I won't recommend using Zoho Mail, because Zoho Mail का दिक्कत ही है कि it gives you an email inbox with just 5 GB of capacity. So for clients, 5 email IDs only and 5 GB of mailbox, sometimes वो जल्दी खत्म हो जाता है. And the thing is, if you want to transition out of Zoho Mail, like if you want to get out of Zoho Mail's ecosystem, they don't really allow it that easily. You have to basically pay for a month for all the domains that you, for all the mails that you have. Then with the money you have paid, you open up the endpoints and then you transfer it to your own other email hosting provider. मतलब ठीक है, they just charge like 129 rupees a month, very cheap, but that's the price that you pay. So for a client who really is very cheap, wants to get it done for super cheap, doesn't want to spend really a lot of money for mail, but just want that professional looking email ID, you can give your clients this idea that yes, you will configure Zoho Mail for them. This is what you can do for them. Sounds fair? Okay, perfect. We have done the DNS wala part, tried to cover almost everything theoretical related to DNS management. Now let's go for something light-hearted, something that's really easy to understand. Uh, WP Locker is one thing that I want to actually talk about, the theoretical aspect of it, and how to pick up or select a particular theme. Like this is the part which I think most of you guys will be doing a lot. Like how I end up selecting a particular theme. Because होने यही वाला है कि आगे जाके when you'll be building websites for your clients, Building is not going to be an issue, but choosing what theme has to be used, now that is going to be a difficult part, and that is what I'll be covering in the next part. So yeah, someone had a question, please go ahead with it. Hmm. Hmm. See, child theme and main theme wala scene, no? Okay, chalega. But let's give a literal demo of that, and I think giving a demo would be a much better way. I still would want to know how crazy is the delay or the lag over here. Like I opened up WP Locker at least 15-20 seconds ago. Okay, at this very moment, I've opened a flywheel. Can you guys see it? Okay. Yeah, then I doubt this is a lag. This is like literal. No, no, this is not 20 seconds. This is like literally a 5 second lag. Okay. See, because someone just said that they have seen local open. Now I'm on test one. Okay, let's do one thing. I'll be starting the site right now, and the moment I click on start site, let's start, and you guys tell me when I actually click on start site. I've actually clicked on it, and then it's showing, oh, वो local ran into an issue. Doesn't matter, but ठीक है. Website तो live कर दिया है मैंने. Can you guys see this going live? Ah, I think there's literally a 5 second delay, not more than that. 5 seconds tops. Maybe what you can do is try and click on the live button. Someone's mic is on. Please turn off your mic, guys. Okay. Yeah. So maybe just try to click on the YouTube live button, because even I just tried to, yeah, even I tried to check it in the background on my phone. It's literally not even 5 seconds, sir, guys. I have my phone right now open right in front of me, and I can still see what's happening over here. True, true, true. Yeah. So yeah, so now that we have this, let's see what we can do over here. Child theme, someone asked me, let's jump into that in a bit later stage, but let's try and understand first how I choose themes and how you guys should choose themes, or in what way you can look at a particular theme. फर्स्ट एंड द फॉरमोस्ट थिंग आई वुड वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड कि आप लोग जब किसी वेबसाइट को ढूंढते हो या फिर वेन एवर यू लुक फॉर एन इंस्पिरेशन, व्हाट आर ऑल दोज प्लेसेस दैट यू गो फॉर whenever you want an inspiration for a website? What are those websites that you look forward for? Yeah, what are those places where you go and search for websites? Competitors websites, okay, good one. Just as a designer or a developer, if you need an inspiration, where would you go? Dribble, okay. Behance. Awards, yes, awards. Awards is the best place actually. I'm glad you mentioned awards. I was just waiting for someone to say awards. Awards.com is this. Colorlib, yes, Colorlibs is an amazing platform. It gives you a they write good blog articles. But yeah, anyone who wants to see the best websites across the globe, you can simply come on awards.com. They basically award people for the kind of beautiful masterpiece, master class websites that okay, now they have an Indian directory. Oh yeah, I'm aware they have an Indian directory. You can just go in this Indian section. You can go and check all the websites in India. They have got 29 profiles so far. Just go on this website, go on the directory Indian part. You'll see one of the best made websites in India. Of course, some are sponsored, some are not. कुछ चीज़ों में जुगाड़ होता है. Not really sure about credibility of the few websites, credibility of few websites that are hosted over here. But yeah, mostly on a global level, you'll find beautiful websites hosted on awards.com. So yeah, If you really need an inspiration, go on www.awards.com. Perfect. I have awards.com. I go on Theme Forest and I search. Sorry. It's awards. A triple W award like an award that is being given or conferred to someone. That's what it is. Awards.com. Yeah. A typical way for people is to go on Theme Forest, but Theme Forest, let me tell you something. Theme Forest is literal kachra and it's not at all a good place to explore. Like, I personally feel it's a terrible example of user experience. It's great. They have got 49,000 WordPress themes. You just add your particular keyword over here, hit on search. But just look over here. There are WordPress themes, e-commerce templates, site templates. सब कुछ है. Themes कहाँ पे है? Okay, they have featured templates of the week. They are beautiful, but that's that. उसके आगे और क्या? It's not really an intuitive place or not really a user-friendly place जहाँ पे आप जाके सारे themes search कर सकते हो. I literally have reached a position where I'm relying on a pirated website or a website that promotes piracy. Again, repeating the same thing all over again. Not at all interested in piracy. I don't recommend piracy. I am myself a developer. I would find it very horrible if I see my theme on this website. Same is what I would recommend to you guys as well. Whenever you are in a position to pay, do pay. Why I would come on WP Locker? Because what they do is they host each and every amazing, beautiful WordPress theme that's just got live. If there's an update, they post it over here. फ़ायदा ये होता है कि आई गेट टू अंडरस्टैंड ग्रेट अमेजिंग concepts that can be built in WordPress. Okay, what you see right now in front of you, DISCY. Can you just guess what this entire thing can be? Even anyone has heard of DISCY, what it is? It's literally Quora. It's literally a Quora-like platform. Beautiful Quora-like platform. I've got to their main theme. Let's see, let's check their demo. Remove frame. This is little Quora on WordPress. You have your groups, you have your group name, you can create communities, there are new questions, trending questions, you can have polls, tags, badges, multiple users, top users, questions. Yes, it's literally like a very vilified, great, good looking version of Quora. Now just imagine in what, 60, not even 60, in $77 you can create an actual Quora. How cool is that? All you need to do is do this one-time setup and you're good to go. Okay, they also have an app now. That's perfect. I was not aware of this. What is the app going to cost me? Okay, 149 directly. There's no page for the app, I guess, just to check what exactly the app is. But yeah, I would have never known had I not visited WP Locker about some innovative concept like this. Now another, Deezer. Not many people know over here, but Deezer is another great WordPress theme that allows you multi-vendor WooCommerce website. Just like an Amazon, where you can get multiple vendors under one single platform and you can let them build their websites. Avada, sick theme, amazing, beautiful theme. Let's try to find something really innovative. Not just innovative. Yeah, go ahead with your question. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would personally recommend that because even today there are malwares that are inbuilt with these themes. They can harm your servers, they can mess up with whatever you're doing. I would not personally recommend using a null theme. Please never go for it. If you want to try that theme before buying, if you want to try all the features that are available or a part of that theme, that's where you can actually choose using the null theme. Experiment with it, play with it, and once you're satisfied that okay, it satisfies all my needs, I can go with it. That's when you actually go and pay for the theme. What are my views on what exactly? Deep Stash. I haven't heard of it. Deep Stash, trust me, I've heard this for the first time. No, it's a different thing altogether. Am I on the app or am I on the right website? I'm on Deep Stash right now. Okay, this is it. How is this related to WordPress? Is it built using WordPress? Hello, guys. Design wise, yes, their fonts could have been better. A lot of kachra I would say at one single place. But yeah, good enough. Yeah, this is standard design, standard 2019-2020 design. Um had they added more shadows, this could have actually be converted into good design. Not really related to WordPress right now, so I'm just going to skip this for some time. But yeah, it's a typical standard 2019 and 2020 design. Good enough. They could have made it more bright actually, but that's just my opinion. So yeah, Neobit, another WordPress, amazing, beautiful WordPress theme. I see there's a school management system altogether. Let's see how innovative it is. Still breaking. Is it audible now? Okay, perfect. Here we are. Okay. My mic is right in place, so that shouldn't be a problem. But ठीक है यार, थोड़ा बहुत ऊपर नीचे हो रहा है. Let's bear with it. If you are finding it very difficult to listen, I'll repeat my statement. Not a problem with me. So we'll just take a quick look at this Sakola WP, which happens to be a WordPress school management system. Now, how do I look at a particular theme? The very first thing that I do is I just scroll down and see if they have any ratings. This particular theme has got no ratings at all. Just 26 sold so far and 59 comments. When there is no rating at all, I directly would come to the comment section and see what people have got to say. I would go in the comment section first and look for if the author is providing support or not. Here I see that author has made sure that author is pretty much responding to every other question. And I think the delay is also not that crazy. So someone has asked a question 18 days ago and the response has happened 14 days ago. So there's like literally 4 and 6 days ka delays, not more than that, which is standard. That's acceptable. So the author is pretty much active. Now that I've confirmed that the author is providing support, I would go to the review section. In the review section, I would check the reviews. We've got 2 5-star ratings. Amazing. Beautiful. Now that this part is satisfied, I would go through the entire description and try and figure out कि ये है क्या चीज़. Multi-user role, integrate different modules for each users, WordPress interface for each user. I see that this is a standard good bootstrap type CSS that they have used. Beautiful enough. Check students and parents details, attendance of class, create and set up homework, set up online exam, input student score, question banks. So homework system, class attendance system, mark system, event system, news system, they have pretty much covered everything. So for me, this is like a self-sufficient tool, enough for it to be sold to any of the schools around us. I think after reading all of this, I would jump to the demo. तब तक मैं demo देखूंगा तब में. This is how I want even you guys to look for a particular theme. Now, whenever you come on WP Locker, I personally spend 3 to 4 hours of my week on WP Locker. What I do is I go through every other theme that is being put on WP Locker. I simply open them. This is the way I go through every other theme. With more than 6 and 7 years of experience now with building WordPress themes, I have become used to few themes. I know which themes are beautiful, which themes are not. Now, especially for you guys who are going to build static website for your clients, I'll give you a way how to see a particular theme. Let's see what we have got over here. There's dental care. Uh, I won't really open dental care, but I'll try to look for small hints in this particular thumbnail image that they have. Now, if you see, yeah, I've zoomed into the thumbnail. You guys can see the thumbnail, right? Guys, am I the only one speaking over here? Okay, पूरी तरीके से चला गया था. For how long? Oh damn, that is difficult. Let me see if I can do something with my headphones. I can just change them. Is it still breaking a lot? Not right now. Okay. Clarity cool enough for this? Okay, perfect. Hmm. Hmm. See the reason. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, perfect. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, okay, okay. Works. Okay, then directly jumping to the part where how do I look forward for particular themes? Like how do I exactly check how that theme is going to satisfy me or not? I would directly have a quick look at the thumbnail itself. Now, appointment booking, timetable, before and after image, something that would suit absolutely for a dentist. Again, that's the intent of the theme. There are a few things that I see over here. There is Yoast, there is WooCommerce, there's Contact Form 7, there's WPML. Fair enough. What it gives me an idea is SEO के लिए Yoast super compatible. There is WooCommerce, that means I can convert these themes to an e-commerce website. There's Contact Form 7, which is one of the most widely accepted contact forms on WordPress. WPML is basically used for localizing, like changing the language of what your actual website is. I don't even know what this thing stands for, but that can be ignored absolutely. You know, the big problem that I have with this particular theme is I still don't know what theme builder they are using. Whenever there is no theme builder mentioned, it basically means that they are not using WP Bakery or Elementor. I would just skip this theme. I'll just go beyond that. Let's look at this particular theme. There's a pharmacy store Elementor WooCommerce theme. The name itself has Elementor in it, makes it pretty clear what they're using. Elementor is an amazing page builder. It is WooCommerce enabled. It has got Slider Revolution available in it. Slider Revolution is basically the hero rotator or the first part of the screen that you see. A beautiful way to have slides on your website. That is what the purpose of Slider Revolution plugin is. I would go for this theme. I would actually go and open and check what they have. Sometimes it's really important that they have a mobile version of it as well. Since they have an e-commerce store and majority of the e-commerce stores are going to be accessed from your phones, they have had a mobile version. It shows that they have taken efforts on creating the thumbnail. This thumbnail itself is more than sufficient to let me know that they have their menu sorted in a very good manner. Because typically होता ही है कि इनका menu sidebar में होता है. They don't literally have a shop menu, something that you would see on a typical app. So this is the kind of shop menu that you would see on an Amazon or a Flipkart, but you won't get to see this on a WordPress website. If they have something like this, that shows the level of sophistication of the theme that they have. I would definitely give this theme at least 8, 7 to 8 ka rating out of 10. Auto poster and scheduler, I know this is a plugin, so I won't really open this. Here I'm just looking at themes. Very poor representation. This is not at all acceptable because यहाँ पे समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा है what plugins they are providing or what is the filter. I won't really go for it. I'll just skip it. Your add-on plugin, perfect. Avada, number one selling theme of all time. If they are saying it's number one selling theme, they have 525,000 plus customers. Then I would just open and check what exactly is this whole fuss about. I would still consider that. Okay, Slider Revolution. Let's go ahead. Just the way you have multiple apps on your phone that enhance the features of your phone, in WordPress, there's this concept called themes and plugins. Your themes come with some inbuilt features. Those features are a part of your entire theme ecosystem, and that's how you build your particular WordPress website. What plugins do is plugins are your additional packages that lay on top of your theme, and they enable your website to be more either aesthetically beautiful or they have their own separate functionality. Depends on the kind of purpose of that functionality is. Slider Revolution is one of those plugins. What Slider Revolution does is it provides you these beautiful ways in which you can actually have the header or the hero rotator. So not many people know over here, but the technical term is, so I'll go through the technical terms of a developer's jargons. For a developer, this is a menu bar. But this first page instance that you see, this first storyboard that you see, this is called a hero rotator or a hero of that particular website. It is very important that this hero conveys your message. This hero is really important, and the way you configure this hero is going to decide or talk a lot about your website. Slider Revolution allows you to configure that hero for you. Let's directly look into the examples that they have. Like even, I think even this one, this thing that they have over here, this is a pretty good example of what they are doing. These are the first parts of your website. Yeah, I am showing this. This entire thing is getting streamed on a YouTube link. You will just find that YouTube link in your WordPress channel. Just go there and click on that, and yeah, you'll get the access to the live stream. Okay. So this is what basically Slider Revolution does. It allows you to create your hero, and not just hero, but even other elements of the page in a much more aesthetic manner. This is what Slider Revolution does. I don't normally recommend Slider Revolution until and unless I know my client is willing to use this. He's using a very creative website for his work. Okay, just give me a moment, then I'll just go and change my earphones. I think there's some issue with my earphones. Okay, guys, am I audible now?
Everything is going good enough. Yep.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, I won't recommend Slider Revolution until unless I know my client is going to use a very creative website.
Bro, you are not audible. Not audible, sir. Not audible. Sumit.
Okay, second.
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay, this might be the last earphone I have with me right now. Hopefully this works. Hopefully I'm audible. Oh, perfect. So yeah, Slider Revolution happens to be one of those another amazing plugins. It's very creative, super creative. We are definitely going to explore Slider Revolution while we'll be actually building a website. But yeah, so far I can just tell you Slider Revolution is just another innovative way to build your main hero section of your website. I'll just close this one apart. Now, how would I look at this particular wiki theme? I see that in the wiki theme section, they. Okay, what I see over here is I don't see any fancy plugin that they're using, what they're using, but it's pretty much straightforward. Their theme is very niche. The image in itself shows that they are pretty classy in its nature. So I would only and only consider when I have got a very specific client who has a vineyard of its own. तब तक मैं ये थीम नहीं यूज़ करूँगा. What I already mentioned, number one selling theme of all time. I would definitely be interested in knowing what exactly Avada is. Backup Buddy, another plugin. Baby Street, an e-commerce website for babies. Not really a lot can be explained. And again, eventually other plugins. This also I think is some of the other website over here. Yeah, okay, perfect. Looking at this thumbnail, Event Talk version 1.6.3. What I can understand is just confirming again. I'm audible, right? Oh, perfect. Event Talk, what I see over here is they are using a Gutenberg builder, RTL support, that is for Dubai based clients or clients who actually use Arabic for their website. For WordPress, amazing. WooCommerce, amazing. It can be converted to an e-commerce website. Redux, not really sure. I mean, I am sure, but it's not really something that's proprietary. Redux is proprietary. That's not really universal for WordPress. It's just like a framework that can be used to build your websites. Gutenberg, very horrible. Won't really recommend. I will just skip this particular theme. This is the way that you guys should go for a particular theme. The first thing that you need to do is look into the thumbnail, see if you understand what builder that they're using, see if it is WooCommerce enabled, if it is going to allow you to create that website into a WooCommerce specific website. Then go on their respective theme forest page. On the respective theme forest page, the first thing that you need to do is check what kind of rating that they have. After you check their ratings, go and check the comment section where see how active the author of the theme is, how actively he is answering to all the questions that he is receiving. Once you're done checking that, go and check the actual reviews by customers. See why customers love it or hate it. After checking the reviews, go and check the entire description. Check the description to see if all the features are satisfying all your needs. And once you're done checking this, then go and check the demo of that website. Because these are the important things that you need to know beforehand. जब तक यही चीज़ें आपकी फिक्स नहीं होंगी आप डेमो देख के क्या ही करोगे. It will just be an eye pleasing, eye candy website for you, but at the back end it might just be a mess. So yeah, this is the way you should go ahead looking for a particular theme. Now any questions, guys? Because Gutenberg, although is a really good theme builder by WordPress, and WordPress believe that it's a standard by them. Yeah, yeah. Gutenberg won't really allow you crazy levels of customization. It limits your creativity. It limits the way you are going to interact with the website and build content, intuitive content on top of it. That's why I don't really recommend Gutenberg. Again, a personal thing. If you really need crazy levels of customization, go for Elementor. If you need customizations, like decent good level of customizations, and you need a really easy setup, a easy drag and drop setup, then I would recommend WP Composers, WP Bakery. WP Bakery, beautiful. WP Bakery and King Composer Builder, they are almost similar. Elementor is the boss. It's like a BAP of all the page builders over here. So at times, even if you don't go for a WordPress theme and if you want to build an entire website just using Elementor, you can. By the way, I'm not getting paid at all by Elementor to see this, but I know this is the reality. If you deal with any WordPress builder, if you come across any WordPress developer, he would say that yeah, Elementor gets the work done. Someone's mic is turned on. Please turn it off. If you can pay for it, then yes. See, Pro version is only a fancier way to add all those extreme fine-tuned customizations to your website. I would personally go for it if I have a budget for it, or else free wala kafi hai. Free wala gets the work done. Okay, guys. So now what I'm going to do is, first things first, almost everything that I was supposed to show today, the DNS ka theory, the way you can choose your WordPress theme, I have covered that. I know there are a lot many issues today compared to yesterday's stream that we had. So, and also it's 11:37 right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the stream and I would request everyone to come over Discord. And on the basis of what we have done yesterday and today, and all the random questions that you have for me, let's just have a Q&A session first. Does that work for everyone? Perfect then. Now, Elliot, is it okay if we stop the streaming? Because I don't know if the questions are going to be audible tomorrow, audible over the stream. We'll just have a discussion, a good discussion over the Discord channel. I'll just stop the theme from the streaming from my side. Does that work? Or do you want to continue recording this?